life of an elite women's curler revolves around training, travel and competition. But for some, it's also about managing children at home and when they're away, or even managing a family on its way.
So of course, morning sickness is maybe the worst thing. You just need to handle it, and if you have an alternate, maybe that player will play those games, the morning games.
European Curling Championships 2019. It is Scotland play.
A few times I did throw up was in my first pregnancy with Mira, and was before the semi-final and the final when we won the Europeans. So yeah, I threw up just right before that game because I was a little bit low on energy.
Curling is one of the few sports where players can continue to compete well into their pregnancies, as long as they want to and are healthy. As baby begins to grow, so the athlete adapts.
You just need to know your body and do what feels the best for that day.
When we play right after we eat, it gets a little hard at first. It's just uncomfortable, and I've definitely had to change the way I sit in the hack a little bit. I've been just trying to adapt around it.
Such is the level of fitness, some players are back competing within weeks of giving birth.
I love setting up goals, but then I wouldn't take anything for granted, because you never know how the body will react after giving birth, or even how the baby's doing. But the plan was always to come back. Yes. Total chaos the first couple of weeks. I was crying and laughing, and my boyfriend was like, "Are you crying again?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything is so beautiful." Or I was feeling everything. But now it's it's settled, and I'm kind of starting to feel like myself.
I definitely struggled a little bit with motivation after Mira came. It was after the pandemic too, and during the pandemic, so definitely something else. But I'm feeling that I'm getting back to my more self, when I also care a lot about curling. This pregnancy, I feel so very well, and it's different when you have a small child, 2.5-year-old daughter. You're not 100% control of your own sleep, so I guess that is the biggest difference. And being an athlete, sleep is very important.
The number of mums competing on the international stage has been growing. Proof that having a successful career as a curling athlete and having children can work. Germany's skip Daniela Jentsch is a single mum of 2 boys.
I think without planning this would not be possible, but also without the strong family background it wouldn't be possible. So you need that support, and you need to plan ahead because they have their own schedules.
My girls fully support my dreams, and they want to see mom succeed, and they love it when they go to school and they're like, "We saw your mom on TV," or "We saw you on TV," and yeah, the girls, they really enjoy it, and they know so much about the game already and strategy-wise, and yeah, they want to chase their dreams just like mom is.
Pregnancy is not something that male athletes have to factor in or make sure they time it right so it doesn't impact too much during an Olympic cycle.
They have to watch the kids a lot when they go home to take the load off their wives. But yeah, definitely it's a whole different ballgame for women, and having to play pregnant and then being a mother and getting a little bit more criticized for that than men would for being a father away from home.
I get stuff like, why did you become a mom? Stuff like that, and I'm just like, why do I have to choose between one and the other? And it's just hard, because of course your kids are sad when you're away, but also they know what you're doing out there, and they're proud. Yeah, so.
We talk about that a lot in the team, and it's but then also I think we gain so much from because I am so impressed by all the women, and even now I feel yeah, I'm one of them, because I had Anna and Agnes as role models, and I was looking at them and all the other athletes, the women who had children on tour, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that, and I can I want to have my life and nothing, like, I can do whatever I want to do. I can have babies and I can still have my career, and I think it definitely like strengthens us.
That everyone has to decide individually what they need, and if someone wants their kid to travel with them, that's great. If someone decides I want to leave them at home, that's great too. If I want to play until week 40, that's great. But yeah, everyone has to make their own choices.
You've seen a lot of other players, Caitlin Laws, Rachel Holman, like a lot of them, and so that is a privilege, but it's not like everyone has the privilege to plan as it. But if you get lucky, it's amazing that you can do both and you don't have to choose.
We deserve that too. We deserve to chase our dreams.
These curling athletes are trailblazers in a wider sporting world that has a lack of understanding about pregnancy. Supporting them has a direct impact on women and girls across all levels of sport. Any of those wanting to take up sport need to feel comfortable and know they belong, and that there is space for them, even when they're thinking about becoming a mum.
I'll be complaining about my feet, but I look over at Brianne and I'm like, oh my God. Like, she's just working so hard and sweeping her butt off out there, and it's pretty amazing to see that.